Welcome to the Good Karma Sportfishing Podcast. I'm your host, Captain Ryan Van Fleet. Happy New Year, guys, and I hope everybody had a great New Year's, got to spend time with their friends and family, which I think is very important. And if you got out to go fishing, that's even better, but if you didn't, no big deal. There's plenty of time to fish, plenty of time. Been out fishing the past few days. Very happy to be out. Fished with some really cool clients this week. The fishing updates for those charters are going to be on my fishing report on the app. So you got to check those out to see what I'm doing as well. And I'll give you the other reports of what's happening out there as far as the sailfish and where they're at. So I keep pretty good tabs on that because I'm out there a lot and I know what's happening, where they're at and what they're catching, what time of day. So make sure you guys download the app. We do have some things going on with the app as far as the weather goes and some other stuff we're adding here. So I'll make that announcement here pretty soon. So stay tuned. Thank you guys for downloading the app, and thank you to those that haven't downloaded it but are today in advance. Thanks again, guys. So what I wanted to share with you guys today is something that happened to me yesterday that took me by surprise. And it set off a trigger. Guys, I had to shift my mindset around what this dude said to me and why he said it. Now, I'm quite sure there are many of you guys out there that have to deal with this at your dock or marina, hence why I wanted to share it, okay? So this is why I'm sharing it, because you guys have had to deal with this kind of stuff. And I have to deal with it too, so I'm no exception. Now, I want to let you guys know, basically, that you guys are not alone. Okay, so yesterday's charter was tough. And I want to be honest with you guys. It was tough. I fished the Patrice. It was challenging. So I'll talk more about that in the fishing report on the app. Now, the people were really nice, like I said, and I was just happy to be out there. And when I have great people that make on tough fishing days, it makes me want to work even harder for them. And they were really super nice. I worked my ass off yesterday trying to catch them fish. So I worked hard, and just like, so anyways, but the fish didn't cooperate, and that happens. So, but, like I said, we caught plenty of fish for dinner, and I harvested a large barracuda, okay? So I get back to the dock, and I'm cleaning everything up and going about my business and just doing some work. And another boat that keeps their boat at the marina, I think they're from Miami. I'm pretty sure they're from Miami. The owner comes over and he asked me to borrow a knife. And I'm like, oh, that's cool, bud. So he caught a tuna and wanted to clean it up. And I said, sure, no problem. And then I'm I'm doing my business and cleaning up. I'm doing some extra work at the boat. And one of the guys that he was fishing with, I think it was one of his buddies, comes over and is walking around. And he says to me, wow, the Wahoo King can only catch a big barracuda today. And then he just keeps on walking. And I was just like, what? I was just stunned. I was just like, it was extremely snarky. I didn't know I was stunned. And not to mention, I was working my ass off at the dock trying to get stuff done so I can get home. Now, who says something to someone like that and why? Now, I didn't respond back, which I think is the high road and a good path to take, okay? So I've been working at that a lot. That was one of my things. I'm really working at that. So this was a good test for me. But it was a trigger. I want to be honest with you guys. It was a trigger. Now, first things first. Now, I don't catch fish for ego. And I've said this 1,000 times. And I stand by it. And social media isn't my favorite thing. Okay? And I think you guys that listen to this podcast know. Social media is not my favorite thing to do. And third, so many are full of ego. But I have to do it for my business, okay? It's the devil. It is. I do not like social media. It can hurt you. And not a fan of it. So, why did he say that? And I'm pausing because I still think about it. And that's probably the last time I'll think about it, to be honest with you. And guys, I had to shift my mindset, okay? That it's not about me, it was about him. He may be a lousy fisherman. He may be like competitive, envious. You guys get my drift, right? And it took me a few minutes to reground myself, and I just took a breath. I was just like, and I just kept scrubbing. I was like scrubbing the sidewalk. I was like scrubbing all the shit around my boat. I was getting all the area cleaned up, and I was just like, physical work to me is a good way to release like my mind. Okay, that's why I love hard. I do a lot of hard labor when I need to like really decompress. Okay, so that's what I continue to do. I just continue to work through it, and I held my breath. I didn't say anything. I just wanted to reground. Like I said, I wanted to reground myself and get what I needed to get done so I can get home and have my chicken wings. I love BW3s. That's my favorite thing in the whole world is BW3 chicken wings and the nacho dip. That's honest to God. And I was so much looking forward to that after having a tough day. It was making me smile. It was keeping me going. I just wanted to go home and sit with my dogs, hang out with Melinda, and eat my chicken wings. So that was it, honestly. So how many of you have had this happen to you? I'm sure a lot. Especially in this day and age. Guys, it's fishing. Some days are good, some days are bad. And a lot of guys don't like to say it's fishing. Well, it is. It's fishing, okay? I love fishing. I love everything about it. I love the good days and the bad days. The bad days build character. Now, we all have to deal with bad days as well as the good days. Okay? But if you're not having a bad day, you're not out there fishing enough. And you're only picking the good days to fish. And there's a lot of guys out there like that want them. So just keep that in mind. Now, I recently started sharing some of my rigging mistakes in the Good Karma rigging crew private paid group. And I think I need to share more so you guys don't think you're alone out there, okay? And if you have a bad day or you're just starting out, we all start somewhere, okay? Just keep that in mind. We all start somewhere. It took me years and consistently fishing to get where I'm at with my catch rate. It's all about consistency for me, okay? And throughput. That's what it's about, okay? If I have a good day, I celebrate it as a win, but I know the next day is going to be different. And like I tell my clients, I'm already thinking 4 days ahead, okay? So that's where I'm at right now in my career. And, I study a lot. Guys, I start my morning at 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't sleep much. All I'm doing is consistently thinking about how to get better. That is it. I'm not satisfied. And last night I went to bed at 7 p.m. I try things, and sometimes they don't work, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they work, and sometimes they don't. Do the math on this, and then do the work again and again and again. There are no shortcuts, guys. No shortcuts. If you buy my courses, and you still have to do it, and you still have to practice, and so many don't. So that's about it, guys. I hope you get the message. And if you are one of those guys at the marina or a dock who does that to someone, know that there are guys like me that can shift their mindset and know it's really about you. Keep that in mind. Enough said. Have a good week, guys. You can follow me on Instagram, see what I'm doing as far as the fishing goes. Good Karma Sportfishing _FL_keys. Okay. And then my website for charter boat information is goodkarmasportfishing.com. You can join up to the private Facebook group And that's the Good Karma Sport Fishing Podcast. You have to submit a request to that to join the group. And then I will review all your information before accepting you into the group. That's all I got. Thanks again, guys. Happy New Year. And remember, anytime you're fishing, it's all good.